So, hi guys. Hi, I'm here with Erin. Yes, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Erin. I am a first year student at the Dick Vet School in Edinburgh, and I'm also a student ambassador, and I'm happy to share my experience with you all.
Of course. So today we're going to talk about two main things about like Edinburgh Vet School and also like a student life here. So let's get started. Yay! So let's just talk about the typical weeks of vet school. So I think we have around average of 3-4 lectures a day, maximum of 7-6.
That's not normal.
That's not normal.
When we go back, hopefully next semester we'll be back to pre-COVID timetable, and that won't happen again.
Please. But it's quite intense, but at one point it's quite manageable. Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, you do kind of slide into it fairly easily. And to be honest, because I came from A levels mostly being online, hybrid online lectures wasn't too bad, so it'll be interesting to see what next semester's like.
I hope so. I hope more things are going to be in person next year, so it's going to be great. So in terms of practicals, so I think we get at least 3 practicals a week.
At least 3 split
practicals.
over 2-3 days at the minute.
What kind of practicals do you have?
Oh, we have amazing practicals, honestly. If you talk to any student, they love practicals, and it starts really from the start. I know everybody says it, but it's true. So we have anatomy practicals where we do dissections, and we've started with the dog. It is a bit surreal, and the lecturers know that. So don't worry. And we also have histology, where we look down the microscope at different tissues, which they're very pretty.
And sometimes, wow.
Arguably, everyone's favourite is animal handling.
Animal handling.
Honestly. And the practicals. So you get about 2 hours or so.
2-3 hours, yes.
Yeah, with sheep, cattle, horses,
and dog
and cat, and a tour of Lang Hill, the dairy farm that the university owns.
Honestly, like I really had fun during my handling the practicals. It's so nice. You get to color around with like your puppy friends, cow sheep. It's really fun. It's not that stressful, honestly.
And if you've got no experience with any of the animals, all of the lecturers for the practicals are lovely.
They are there for you, yes.
You don't need to worry at all.
So let's talk about assessments then. So at the moment we did our cell biology presentation, and also we had animal life assessment. So how did you feel about that?
They've gone all right. They went well. Unfortunately, they went well for me. And all the older years, they don't stress too much about it, because they're only worth like maximum 5%. These first ones, and your handling exams that we've just been having, they're pass or fail. But if you fail, you get another chance to practice and then resit. So if you need the practice, don't feel too bad. And these early ones are just to see how you go in without too much weight, because they're next semester.
So I think cell bio presentation, we got different topics, and I would honestly say my topic was a bit tough, but I managed it, so it's good. Animal life, it's all about the animal handling practicals, so it's just how to actually body condition a cow or sheep and everything. So it's all basic practical things that we need to know before going to EMS and stuff. So in regards to EMS placements, so we have 12 weeks for preclinical. So that is, I'm not really sure about the weeks, but it should be like mostly 2 weeks for cow, sheep.
So it's like 2 week cow, at least one's got to be dairy. 2 weeks sheep, at least one's got to be lambing. 2 weeks horses. 1 week cat and dog. 1 week either poultry or pigs. I think it's 1 or 2 weeks of small mammals like rabbits, guinea pigs. And then 2 or 3 weeks of free choice, where you can do whatever you want. And for one of my free choice, I'm going to an alpaca trekking centre in Christmas.
Oh wow, that sounds exciting.
So you can do whatever you want. You can go to a wildlife park, you can go to a trekking centre, just whatever you want in those free choice weeks.
Honestly, like people just travel like many parts of the world, just to do their EMS. I think it's a really wonderful opportunity, to be honest. I'm very looking forward to it.
So the only things that they want you to do in the UK really are lambing and your dairy, but anything else can be done wherever you want.
Wherever you want, honestly. I'm very looking forward to that. And what else about EMS? Oh, so in our 3rd, 4th, and 5th year, so we get 26 weeks. We have to do 26 weeks of clinical EMS. So that'll be in like clinics, veterinary clinics, hospitals, like basically all the clinics I can actually think of. So that's going to be us in 2 years. Wow.
For me, I have joined societies, so I'm part of the judo club and the Edinburgh University Exmoor pony trekking section. That is honestly, I was so happy when I found that out. So it's a track leader course because it's a non-for-profit commercial enterprise. It's purely run by students with a small 11-strong herd of adorable Exmoor ponies. So a big bonus of that is I can go for rides whenever I want. So that's a brilliant de-stressor. And like, because all of our lectures have been online, if I've had, say, an hour's break, my hall is right next to Holyrood Park, so I'd go for a walk for half an hour, just go through the woods, have a de-stress, and also just taking time for yourself. If you need to call your parents nearly every night like I do, it's fine. Lots of people do it.
A lot.
So just make sure you don't work beyond a ridiculous hour, and if you want to go out, don't go out too many times. Just keep it to like Friday or Saturday night, when you can have a lie-in and a break. And if you keep on top of things, because you can keep on top of things, but if you do get behind, people get behind every year, and if you talk to all the years, it always comes out in the end.
To be honest, so I think just people really have different ways of just balancing their work life. I think I try to join like many different societies, like even within vet school, like we have IVSA, which is International Veterinary Student Association. So you just get to like kind of interact with other vet schools abroad or even within the UK, which I seem really cool. And also again, student ambassador, talking to you guys, student rep, both of us are also student rep, and all the sorts of things like sports, even like like cultural societies like Korean society or Russian societies or any kinds of societies. I try to be like very involved in this,
the vet school itself has got societies, and the whole university has, honestly, there's so many different societies. You will find something.
You will find yes, that is true. And also,
so in general with accommodation, you want to be on the south side of the city. So in Newington or Marchmont, those accommodations, because there are vet students who are further north and they don't like the bus journey. It makes it a lot longer, and you're away from where everything happens, because a lot of the older years live in the same area. So you get invited around to flats, or if events are going on, they're all more Newington, Marchmont. So I'd stay on the south side of the city.
What do you think the pros of living in student accommodation?
The student accommodation has everything you need for first year. And it definitely gets you in. And flatmates are a gamble, but I've been so lucky. All my flatmates are lovely. And it's fairly standard. But you get your own room. And if you're in self-catered, like we are, then you get fully fitted kitchen. If you want to buy a toaster, it's okay. You can buy a toaster. As long as it's got the relevant electrical safety stuff. But you get everything you need, and you can splash out on more expensive. It just depends on what's a priority for you. If you want an ensuite, go for an ensuite. But if you're not bothered about sharing a bathroom, then what's the point?
Exactly. I think also like pros for me, I would say like, I'm not sure if this is like a pro, but I would say like I can cook for myself. Like at the same, it could be a pros and cons, but like sometimes like for polo calls, like where it's like all catered, sometimes you don't really feel like eating this like quite a lot. So like I would just rather cook for myself, which is good.
And if you've got more awkward eating times, like say if you're going for a club in the evening, then you want to eat slightly earlier. If it's a sports club, then you get more flexibility with self-catered. And I think some people have said that the food schedule with catered halls doesn't quite fit with the vet schedule, and because we're here for longer than most of the other unis, students, it maybe doesn't quite work, but there are vet students in catered, and it seems to be going all right for them. So if you wanted to, then it's still fine.
It is, I would say the cons of living in student accommodation, but at the moment I'm very, very satisfied with where I'm living. Like all my flatmates, as you said, they're amazing. And I can cook for myself again. So I'll say since it's my first time living in the UK, I've never been to the UK before. So Edinburgh's my first city in the UK, and I'm loving it, honestly. Very international city, I would say. Like you have a lot of international friends and people living here, and also like it's a beautiful city, honestly. It's Calton Hill and the Arthur Seat. It's just beautiful, I would say. How about you? How do you find Edinburgh?
I love it. Like my family's been obsessed with Edinburgh for years. But I'm from a rural background. I'm not from the city. But with Edinburgh, like there's so many parks. Like I've mentioned Holyrood Park already in Attlesey, and where the ponies are, the Exmoors, we've got Pentland Hills. That's only like an hour's bus journey away. So if you're worried about moving to a city, Edinburgh is very walkable.
It is.
Everything is in one place that you need, and the tourist spots aren't far away, and you can escape if you want to. So if you're coming from a smaller place, then you really don't need to worry. And it's quite a friendly city.
It is. Oh, I love Scottish. Honestly, they're adorable. Sometimes they're lovely.
Again, there's going to the internationals, there's loads of different international supermarkets, there's loads of different restaurants, there's so many different cuisines. Yeah, just down one street you'll get like more than half a dozen different foods. So really. If you're a foodie, then it's brilliant, honestly. And if you go to like the meadows by any chance, honestly, you'd see like loads of fluffy dogs, which I really like about. I was like, they're so cute. All the parks have got dogs, so if you're homesick for your dog, then you can see dogs.
Always, just go and reach out, you know. So our final message to applicants or prospective students, I would really want to say, like, even to myself, I don't really want to stress out too much, honestly. Like, it's still in your first year, and just try to enjoy many things as you can. As we said, join societies, try new things, or go and explore the city and everything, and just try to keep yourself busy all the time. Just don't stay in your room for all day. Just try to catch up with lectures. Sometimes, maybe, but like I wouldn't say it's an ideal choice. Like, you are in a different city, so why not explore?
Exactly. So, there may be some days where you just need to get on with stuff, and if you feel in the right headspace to get on with stuff, do it. Yeah. But if you feel like you need a break, if your head's dead, then listen to your head. Honestly, you don't want to get burnt out. No. And depending on what stage of the application you're in, if you're still looking around, come to Edinburgh. Come to Edinburgh. Yes. Of course. But there's no bad vet school in the UK. And they'll tell you that on the open days as well. It's find the right fit for you. Definitely. Get as much information about the vet schools as you can, because that'll really help with your interviews, with your personal statements. And based on those things, interview and personal statements, be yourself. And have wider knowledge of the veterinary profession, because that's invaluable. But look at your work experience. Think about what you learn and what inspired you, and maybe do a bit of background research. Like, if you had a really interesting case, read up a little bit, because you might get pushed. You know, if you mention something in your work experience, you might say, oh, how did the vet do this? Why did the vet do this? And if you don't worry if you can't answer it, but try and have an educated guess, or, you know, use your A-level, your advanced higher or equivalent knowledge. Yeah, they're just trying to push you out a little bit to a certain extent. Yeah, but if you really don't know the answer, just take a minute and say, very good question. I'm not sure, because they want you to be honest. But still, just have it a go. That's actually really important. Yeah, and if you're in a multiple mini interview, so multiple different stations, if you have a bad one, I know everybody says it, but move on. Yes. And with panel interview, it can be slightly harder to move on from a dodgy question, but I found with the longer interview, it's more of a chat. Obviously, that's uni dependent. But yeah, if you're having a multiple mini interview, then take each station as it comes, because I had better stations than others. You do get rests in between. So as long as you're prepared and you can think, then you should be fine. Yeah. It's gonna be fine. And please come to Edinburgh. We were waiting for you. We're more than happy to just, you know, come and just talk to you. And if you get like an in-person, like a campus tour with student ambassadors, you'll get to see one of us. You know, strolling around the campus, saying hi to you guys. So it would be really, really great. I'm really looking forward to it if that's happening. Yeah, you don't need to worry about getting lost. Anybody will tell you where to go. Anybody. I might try, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for Erin. Thank you so much for coming. So again, thank you. Bye.